Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4 Supernova and our playthrough as the Iconian Refuge. Welcome to our tiny corner of the galaxy, where we got a very unlucky start. I would say we don't really have a lot of planets to our name, so we're just going to have to make do with what we have. New Iconia has got a lot of heavy lifting to do. It's got a lot of heavy lifting to do here. But that's okay. We have plans to get maybe Khazar's mainframe, Razar's lift, and a few other choice bits and bobs here and there. Maybe we'll go for a Kimberly's Refuge or something here. Go nice and tall and see if we can actually get something going. Now, our ultimate goals for this playthrough are to win a prestige victory, hopefully, take back our home planet from the Yor, which we know they're in this game somewhere. And that's about it. We're waiting for the right time to pop the gift of the Mithralar, but until we actually have siege tech, I don't think we're going to be doing that. So we'll just wait on it. Space elevators just about to pop. And let's send it and see what happens. And there it is. Space elevators allowing us to attempt for Razar's lift, for which we're going to need 5 Durantium. It's going to be a very expensive purchase if we decide to purchase it at all. Hyperwave radio does lead on to leadership recruiting and some other very nice things. Diplomacy bonuses from emissaries. Don't think we really need the beacon of Babylon. Extra moves in logistics with artificial gravity could be good. And defensive studies. Again, it doesn't seem like we're going to be going to war soon. But I think we'll just go in with Hyperwave radio. A biographer is interviewing you so that he can write a book about your rise to power. This will get us a culture point and raise our cultural awareness in something we'll probably end up raising, pacifism. We have achieved greatness, and now it's our responsibility to share it with the galaxy. We've got the Phalanoids coming in with a trade for a lot of credits, 7 antimatter, no shot. I don't think so, sir. We do want to keep an eye out here. We're looking for hypersilicates. And if we wanted to buy 5 Durantium, the price isn't terrible. I am going to go for it. We'll just buy up the 5. And, oh, did somebody build Razars already? Maybe I should have checked that before purchasing the Durantium. Huh. Normally it'll say that somebody has built it, but unfortunately, I guess we haven't met the people that built it already. Whoopsies. That's all right. Durantium is always very useful. We can in fact use it immediately, go up into orbit here and maybe put in those space elevators for the extra minerals. That extra mineral is a big deal. We'll go ahead and build that. Very good. Let's make sure all of our population is being trained as workers. Citizens don't really do very much for you anymore. Approval's starting to look a lot better. And we'll even improve further once we get that final thing built. And once we have down the supply depot, I think we'll be okay on approval here. That'll be very nice. It'll be less good over here where we just have the one citizen who hates our culture. We're going to try to get rid of him. And our cruiser here has just been sort of scouting around. It was a free cruiser. We're going to land him on this planet. And he can just be a happiness stick for now. There's Hyperwave Radio for another enacted policy slot. Beacon of Babylon, all the stuff that we talked about. Planetologies we'll finish and try to get Kimberly's up. We will export food for a little bit of income because our taxes are currently all the way down here. Overall approval down in the 60s, and that's basically because of that one very unhappy individual. But Hyperwave Radio does get us an extra flagship to go out there and survey. I see you. I see you. We're going to have to deal with this. Where's our other flagship? These two together may be able to take on all of these boys. Lots of evasion and some decent attacks. Are you safe? I don't think you're safe. And I don't want to interrupt your mission. So we're just going to run away with this guy. We do have our constructor here. And we were going to try and grab, I think, this Durantium. There's a little bit of thulium there that we could possibly grab. But we already have some thulium. Durantium is quite valuable, so we can try to get this Durantium down. Maybe we'll get lucky and there's something else lurking over here that we can harvest. We'll try to grab that thulium. We'll probably want these asteroid miners online as well. So that's something that we should look at. We're getting a colony ship, and that was because this guy needs to get all the way down here. Then we send that unhappy person all the way back, turn him into a colony. And I think there was like a class something world, one of these that we'll get him to settle, and that'll get rid of that unhappy person. But it does mean that it's going to take more than 4 turns for this to happen. It's going to take probably like 10 turns. So we can go in here and maybe queue up an asteroid miner. That'll help the other planet go up, and probably a supply ship after that. And maybe we're going to want a constructor depending on how all of this plays out. So something like this. Get our constructor moving. You I kind of want to take this fight. There's our miner. Let's send him down over here. By the time he gets there, maybe these borders will have expanded so that we can grab these up. Let's send you... I'm going to defend the shipyard. He should be able to win that fight defending a shipyard. Cool. Planetology. That lets us get Kimberly's Refuge, housing districts, and the atmospheric cleanser. Pretty good stuff to have. Gigamass Theory is here, and in 29 turns, we can probably get there. Again, we're not really in a threat of war with the Phalanoids. There's nothing else nearby, so we can be a little bit greedy and stop off for this. With 5 moves, we can't really mount any kind of strikes against this. We just wait here. Let this guy piss off. Go do something. Whatever. Go somewhere else. The Phalanoid Advance have built the Giga Obelisk Galactic achievement. This is maybe a bit premature. Before going for Gigamass Theory, we should have gotten like research districts, tried to get up to Xeno Research and Khazar's mainframe, but we're still looking out for hypersilicates. So I guess it's okay. Now, I don't see any other resources, unfortunately, over here. Even if it's in the fog that you haven't discovered, if there's a resource there, you'll see those little dotted lines going towards your ship. So there isn't. We'll just grab this one Durantium. It's not the best mining base in the world. We have met the Zolotzi. Hello, I believe we can work together. I do believe. Let's get that Durantium income. We have captured the famed mercenary Mirazu Yezen. Hello, Mirazu Yezen. What do we want to do with him? We could use a good leader. As long as it's not a Yor, we'll take the leader. Mirazu has got a whole bunch of social skills, but really, really bad loyalty. Let's make him our new Minister of Colonization. And that's a plus 12 to approval, whereas before we were getting plus 4. And we have this individual free who can become a commander of a ship at some point. But for now, we're going to start farming Diplo Capital. I think we'll just assign him as a diplomat. We'll drop him in with the freshly met Solotzi. We do have hypersilicates. We'll buy the 3 that we will need for Khazar's mainframe. Gigamass Theory in 26 months is a long, long time. But we'll get there. Back on New Iconia, we still have room for population, so that's okay. We probably will want this coordination beacon. Looks like Kimberly's has also been built already. Damn! Kimberly's is normally one that you can get. The AI is not messing about this time. We do want to be careful. Those monsters are sort of hanging around here being a nuisance. Alright, they're leaving. Nice. Okay, however, we do have our 3rd collectivism. And for this, we'll probably take unified coordination. The 12 logistics is a really, really big deal. Plus 1 fertility to all worlds and another ship called the Negotiator. It's just plus 12 logistics. It's a pretty big deal. It's just too good to pass up. There's our supply ship. Let's go ahead and land it on New Iconia. Even though I was hoping we'd have things to build, but we'll go ahead and land it. Constructors coming up next. We'll probably get another supply ship in before. Let's take this guy out and land him on the planet. He'll be safer there, and at least he's giving us that approval bonus. We should have our happier citizen. We'll take this guy who hates our culture. His name is Trio the Dim. We will ship him off to New Iconia. And that should raise the approval on this planet just a little bit. Our flagship has discovered an artifact suspected to be of Dreadlord origin. It is a Betatron Collider, which will lower damage of fleet by 25%. We will dismantle that for the small amount of resources it's going to give us. Our borders still haven't expanded here just yet, so we'll put our miner to sleep for now until that actually happens. Flagship locates a hidden cache of precursor artifacts. We can get 1 Durantium or a charge for Inspire Scientists for an extra 50 research. Naturally, we're going to take that. Pop it. That'll bring Gigamass down, hopefully from 18 to... Well, that's almost 3 turns of science. Hopefully, that's going to bring it down to like 15-ish. Now, back on New Iconia. I was really hoping to have had some of these projects to be working on right now. Unfortunately, we didn't get there. The coordination beacon is pretty good. Maybe we should go for the beacon play. Let's go ahead and gain this charge. Boost construction on the selected world. That'll help us maybe get through Khazar's quickly, should we manage to build it. Gigamass down to 14. Phalanoids, the top culture unlockers. Everybody else on there, not us. We've discovered the location of a precursor archive. It's deep within our borders. We will share what we find. There is another constructor. We're going to go ahead and try to secure that Durantium. We also have this Durantium here, but it's pretty much a lock. We discovered the precursor archive exactly where the Zolotzi said it would be. 60 research, plus 500 treasury, and 3 relations. All seems very nice. We will accept that. We're not going to do anything devious, even though we're very deceptive. So we could possibly get away with being a bit more greedy, but why risk it? Our fights with the Yor, not with the Zolotzi. Food is going to be a little bit of an issue. We may have to stop exporting food for a bit. We'll keep an eye on it. We don't want to go negative, because then our people start to starve. They get all unhappy. So land that supply ship over here. Fantastic. Even though we're building up these research districts, it's still going to help our research. Even a little bit is good. We don't really need these guys down here. We're not really using those. We also don't need this guy. And we'll let that build for now. Mako the Attractive, one of your most trusted advisors, confided in you their lifelong dream of opening a restaurant. We can support their dream. They lose some diligence but gain approval, or we could lose some loyalty. He is the governor of Ivy. I think we will support their dream. They do lose a little bit of their diligence, in fact all of their diligence, which actually sort of sucks. Nope. Sorry buddy, no dreams for you. I would like a tech pod hive, but I actually will invest in that tech pod hive. It's a pretty good idea. We'll put it on this once we actually have the tech that allows for it. That'll speed up how fast we get Durantium and Thulium, which will eventually in turn lead on to money in the bank. Okay, now we want to see if maybe there's some other resources around here for this constructor. Unlikely, but you never know. It's worth checking. Your flagship discovers an enigmatic monolith. One-time burst of knowledge. 10% of research needed for current research center project. Yes, that'll help finish off Gigamass. Beautiful. Our ship has encountered a towering crystalline structure floating in deep space. It emits an eerie melodic hum that resonates across our instruments. We can study the spire, activate the spire, which will give us a charge for 100 research instantly. An extra 20% research on all of our worlds for 15 months. Let's see. New Iconia is really where all of our research is coming from. So that would be around about 3-ish research for 15 months. I definitely think a one-time burst of 100 is better. So we'll take the Echoing Spire charge, and that'll in fact finish off Gigamass Theory, and also a lot of research towards whatever next we're going to do. Should roll over, so we can probably get through, oh, I don't know, any one of these, but we don't really want those. Let's go in for research districts. Nice. Almost finished everything here. The colonizer is just about to pop and is our very unhappy character somewhere on this planet. It is. He is Trio the Dim. He's not that unhappy on this planet, as it happens. He still hates our culture. He's at 90, where everybody else is probably sitting at 96. So you're still going to go, and that's perfectly in time to line up for this colonizer. We will send him off. After that, we'll probably end up getting a constructor. You are now Mr. Unhappy. Our population is not changing. We're starting to lose food, so we go back in here. Rip out that, and there's nothing else that we want to put in here for now, so we'll just leave that out. Done. Shift enter. Can we enter without putting something in here? We have to put something in here. Land exploitation. We'll take that pollution. Our planets aren't terribly polluted. That will affect happiness to some degree, but it hurts our food, so maybe that's not an option. Yikes. I don't really want coerced colonization. I guess we'll leave in the export food for now. Once research districts finish, we should be able to do something. Yeah, okay, there's no other resources here. Let's get this Durantium online. Where's Theo the Dim? Trio the Dim? Goodbye. Yep. We'll turn this guy into our mining starbase. We'll give him mining drones, sure. That's a little bit more Durantium online. We get this Durantium online. You are on a journey, sir. Go ahead and have more HP. Planet side, we finished all of our projects, and we did say something like a housing triangle there would be a thing. I guess we'll get some manufacturing on the go until we have some infrastructure to put there. We'll let that finish. Sad, man. I'm sad we didn't get Kimberly's. And that colony ship is bound for this planet first. We have fulfilled the commitment to our citizens and constructed 3 new starbases. That gets us 1 culture point and 1 sensor range to all of our ships. Not amazing, but hey, it's free. Free is good. Excellent. There's research districts allowing us to get research grants. We'll plug that in immediately. The tech capital, also very good. Really want Xeno research. We're going to hard research it. We would love to build this tech capital. It's going to cost us 3 Prometheon, which would set us back about 500 big ones. Let's sell off a little bit of the resources that we have. Buy the 3 Prometheon. Our civilization has recently discovered an alternate energy source which we believe will revolutionize our industries. Provide a lyrium, or we could say no and gain some prestige. We are looking for a prestige victory. So we're going to take that, even though it sours relations with the Phalanoids. They would like an exploration treaty. They're willing to give me space doctrines and directed energy weapons. I like it. I like the sound of that. We will accept it. Exploration treaty for free tech. Let's go ahead and plug in research grants. And it seems like food is doing okay, so we can probably go ahead with what we have going here. Maybe we will do a little bit of farming. Maybe we get rid of this tile and we throw in a farming tile just to make sure our food needs are covered, since we're going to be getting a lot more population on New Iconia. Greetings, Unhived One. It's the Onyx Hive. I believe we can work together. Speaking of working together, let's make sure we've got all of our treaties, open borders going with everybody whom we have met, such as the Zolotzi. They'll give us 20 bucks for that. Beautiful. We'll have to wait a turn or two. And up in orbit here, we will also throw in an orbital research lab, boosting our science a little bit further. There's Neckar 3. We have finally sorted out Theo the Dim. He's gone forever, or Trio, or whatever. I hope these are in our borders. They're still not considered in our borders. What about this one? Your flagship captain reports encountering a lost cargo container. It's a tech finder scanner. I like the sound of that. Plus 2 technology. Yeah, we'll take that. Plus 2 tech. Drop that straight on New Iconia. That'll take our science from 28 up to 32. It's pretty darn good. We could probably get some trades going as well with the Phalanoids. This constructor, an Ascension Crystal. Go get it. We want to pick up all the Ascension Crystals. All right. Next up, let's maybe think about getting some trades, maybe managing our relations, at least one, with our neighbors, the Phalanoids. We may not have the ship range to get there, but we'll cross that bridge in just a moment. They would like Gigamass Theory and some credits. In return, they're going to give me Xenomanufacturing, Evasive Tactics, Precursor Nanites, Emissaries, Antimatter, Defensive Studies, and Open Borders. That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff you're offering me. What if I don't want your Precursor Nanites? What if I don't want your Antimatter? And if I want more technologies, artificial gravity and starbase modules, and you got yourself a deal. That's a huge amount of... Whoops. Well, that was a great deal that we absolutely just mangled, so maybe they'll come back in and ask for it again. That's my bad. That's my bad. This guy, we're just going to give movement so that he can get around and survey stuff for us. We want him to be safe, though. We know there's some monsters around. We also know that some creatures lurking out here on this mission, so that's something we're going to have to be aware of. Just keep an eye on him. Still not in my zone of control. We'll wait on that one. We'll get there. All right, there's Xeno Research, you son of a... Well, there's the Cosmic Contaminant, but we got Xeno Research, which gives us access to Khazar's mainframe, planetary mainframes, all sorts of good stuff. Let's get a new tech, and now I think leadership recruiting is fine to pick up. It looks like they put this starbase down to mine the thulium that's here. Phalanoids, I'll remember that. I will remember that. We, the corporate sector, have a limited time offer. We can't afford it right now. Go away. So, it's back over to New Iconia. Let's get Khazars down. That's a plus 9 Khazars. Pretty good to kick things off with. The tech capital is going to boost that even further as it gives plus 3 levels. We can get that up to at least a plus 11 quite easily. We'll put you to the front of the queue. We'll go ahead and dump 100 stored goods into that project, bringing it down to 5 turns. We should be pretty good to go there. We will pressure the scientists to get that done. Leadership recruiting. Max and exit policy goes up. Governor manner, invite leaders, a bunch of interesting things. Let's just get it all finished. Xeno Entertainment is pretty good for the free media policy, virtual world, have access to entertainers, all that good stuff. I think I don't want a hard research gigamass harvesting. Molecular fabrication for just a 5% manufacturing boost is okay. I think we want orbital manufacturing. This leads on to improved life support, starship reset, refits, planetary mobilizations. We'll sink 5 turns into that and see where we are. We want genius grants in here. Excellent. Uh-oh. No! You bastards. Rip our flagship. We will just send you out to trade with this planet. That really sucks. We'll have to build it back, unfortunately, and it'll never be quite as good as that original flagship. That hurts. It's not the end of the world for us, however. We could also maybe go for some supply ships just to help speed up our infrastructure here. It's been nearly 5 years since we left our star system. Everyone enjoy the festivities. An extra 20 approval and 10 culture points. We should be looking really good on approval right now. Yes, we're up to 90. I like that. Going broke slowly but steadily, but we have resources that'll keep us afloat. All right, so the Onyx and the Phalanoids don't really love us. Make sure we have open borders with the Onyx Hive, except open borders with the weird tentacle dudes. Open borders, exploration treaty, Gigamass, Xeno research. I'm going to do something I don't often do. I'm going to give the AI a couple of my stuff, and I will accept a huge amount of text that I don't really feel like I need to research. Emissaries, arm shuttles, space weapons, artificial gravity, evasive tactics, Xeno manufacturing, weapon systems, and a decent amount of credits you can't see down here, but it's somewhere in the order of like 800. And yeah, with this, I think it's a fairly good trade for a very large research like Gigamass. We put quite a lot of turns into this, into getting it, and we're going to get all of this tech basically that the time that we lost getting this. I think it's fair. Also, we're giving up Xeno research, but I think it's totally fine. I will accept this deal. That gives us a huge amount of stuff. Durantium processor, for example, we can build. This does add a lot of pollution. We'll need to add something into the atmosphere to get rid of it, get rid of the pollution. Fusion power plants would be nice to build, but we'll think about it once Khazars is done. This fighter, we're just going to land on New Iconia. We'll send the other one over to Ivy to give us that approval bonus. And I don't mind if our relations with the Phalanoids slip. We will probably have to go to war with them. We've heard from legends that your race was lost after your service to the precursors. That is not at all ominous. Tales from the corners of our civilization dazzle and excite people of our homeworld. Let's start this mission. Experimental technology. We need to unlock a prototype ship, gather 3 alien components by using the scan planet on 3 planets. We don't even have planets, but in order to do that, we will need to go to like our home system and run a project, the scan planet project. Maybe we'll get around to it. There is orbital manufacturing giving us starports. Very nice. Hello prey meat. That is the Festron hunt. Improved life support, planetary mobilization, starship refits. Very nice stuff. There's Gigamass harvesting. We're going to go straight in for that. And let's now maybe get back our flagship so we can do more scanning. And it may be time. It may be time to start building up some kind of a military. I was kind of hoping that we would get up to cruisers, really lean into the cruiser tech. Now, for our military starport, I think right here would be good. Here is also an option. I think here is the best place for the starport. Starport is great because it gives you 5% to your military, plus an extra 8% per level. And that's a percentage to this number here, which is how fastly you can build ships. So actually having planet stuff that give you military bonus is really good. So let's get rid of that. Plug it in there. It'll only be a +5 because you get +2 from here, +1 from this, and +1 or +2 from this. 2, 4, 1, 5. Military adjacency. Military adjacency is pretty hard to come by. It's only on certain things, which is why the Durantium processor is pretty good. The fusion power plant is also really good. That's a +3 to military, as well as all the other manufacturing bonuses that it's giving you. We may try to get this. 5 antimatter may not be that hard to do. It is one that the AI tends to go for. We would need something around like 500 bucks. We'll buy up the 5 antimatter. We will go ahead and put down the fusion power plant. Somewhere like here would be really, really juicy. Here is also good. I think I prefer it here, in all honesty. But this one isn't built yet. The problem is the adjacency is wasted on this building. So I do think we build it here. We just won't do it yet until these are built. Although it is a galactic, it's a civilization achievement. Sorry, I thought this was a galactic achievement. My bad. All right, so yeah, no rush on that. We'll wait until these are built and then we'll destroy this, put it in. Perfect. This appears to be the wreckage of a construction vessel operated by unaffiliated aliens during the Dreadlord War. We could get a free constructor or a Durantium and a Helios ore. We can actually use that free constructor for something. We'll accept it. This free constructor we're going to send back home. We do have a Durantium here that we could put in. We can use a military starbase. We can make like an economic starbase. How's our guy doing? We got a Phalanoid constructor. Hopefully he's not going for this ascension crystal. I think, seeing as we're going kind of tall, possibly getting, well, first let's get this Durantium online. Not massively important, but every little bit of income will perhaps save us from going bankrupt. I thought I saw a monster there for a split second. Let's maybe deviate this way and cut up. We may also have access to... No, we don't have access to siege vessels just yet. Okay. All right. Cloud is done. This is Ivy shipyard. Let's go ahead and put a supply ship down. We haven't checked in with Ivy, and there's a lot that we can build here. We could get down that starport. How's our guys looking? 72, 95 approval. Warforged, collectivist, giving us resistance, soldiering, a little bit of influence growth. See, regular citizens can give you a bit of influence growth, a bit of income. I guess they just need to have like high enough statistics maybe. I don't know, you're unhappy anyway. You can be a worker. It'll make you ever so slightly more happy. We would like this Harmony Crystal online. Harmony Crystals are useful. We would like a military shipyard right there. I think that would be good. Let's get this up and running as well. Decent science tile right there. Why not? Give it some adjacency. Give it a little lift. That first, then the starport, then this. And that'll be this planet. Good for a while. We've detected the signature of a precursor relic within the boundaries of your territory. You have permission to go get it. Okay, we're losing a person for our new flagship. Everybody's here super duper happy. Let's maybe get rid of this guy. Bye. And you go out there. Survey. All right. Back to supply shippage. Wow, we built all this shit already. Damn, sir. All right, guess we're building the fusion power plant. Let's go ahead and plant it where we said. Right there to the front of the queue. Population not changing anymore. We really want these houses to get built. Or at least this house. A shift drifts aimlessly among the wreckage here. Ooh, these are the Baratak. We're going to give them directions to an uncolonized world. It's a +1 to diplomacy. I'd be happy with that. Everybody should be at least not unhappy with us, and that suits my plans perfectly. We still haven't met the Yor. We know they're out there. Let's go ahead and make this mining starbase. We are going to need modules from somewhere. That's our first trade route. And we have met the Drengen. Are those screams I hear in the background, sir? All right. Keep the supply ships coming for a little bit. Try to get this fusion power plant down. You fucking pieces of sh... All right, monsters. I knew they were out there, but oh my god, did you have to? We were in position. God damn it. This is why you manually move your stuff. That's why you manually move your stuff. We're going to try again. Get another constructor out there. Our sensors have detected a large object emitting strange signals. Sure. They would like leadership recruiting. They're willing to offer me starship refits for leadership recruiting. And a bunch of Illyrium and precursor nanites. I'll accept this. I will accept this deal. Starship refits is very nice to have. Thank you. You're being very generous. That's all I see. I'm a little bit suspicious. That's one step closer to cruisers. We welcome you, Iconian. I believe we can work together. It's the Terran Resistance. Nice to meet you. You, my friend, can have a level. Get extra movements. All right. Let's see if we can sneak this guy out there again. This time, we will do it manually. Back to supply ships. One turning supply ships is beautiful. Our exploration has led us to an artifact of precursor origin, a device once capable of bending the fabric of space and time. It's another wormhole generator. Fantastic. Precursor technology among the wreckage, though little of it is usable. Plus 25 beam attack or 2 gigamass. I think we'll take that 2 gigamass. We don't really have a use for it. We'll attach the lens to the ship. We are going to need to sell off some of our resources. That'll do. Keep us afloat for a little bit longer. I'm sorry, humans. I clicked past your event. I don't know what it was. Hopefully that wasn't detrimental. I think we had just met the Terrans. That's all it is. But we have our next collectivism trait. It is mass mobilization. Unlocks the mass mobilization executive order. Plus we have 25% max manufacturing while at war. It's a huge boon when we're at war because it sees our manufacturing skyrocket, which is great. Mass mobilization will also give us a free transport, which is very, very nice. We just get a troop transport on demand for control. No credit cost and nothing. It's great. We will pressure the scientists here, try to finish off gigamass harvesting, and now we can get maybe start farming up some gigamass. Interstellar cabinet would be very nice to have as well. But at this point, I would like cruisers. We're going to hard research cruiser doctrines. Give me one more round of supply ships. Our planetary harvester is going to go out there and start destroying some of these for us. We do have a cruiser that we can maybe escort. But honestly, if I was escorting anything, it would be this planetary harvester. I do not want to lose it. Your doom is at hand. We are the Sanathi. We will rid the galaxy of all subscurity filth. There will never be peace between us. You nerds. Merciless, aggressive, cruel, expansionist, opportunistic, xenophobic, no abilities. They're at war with everybody. Righto. Wonder where they popped up. Look at the Phalanoids compared to us. If it comes to war with these guys, how many of these are core worlds? These are all class 1, class 2. There weren't a lot of core worlds here, so all of this is just minor worlds and mining operations. There's their ruined ring world over here, their capital. That's a core world. That's a class 1 poor. Okay, they're building a tech capital over here. So they've got 1, 2, 3 core worlds. That's not that bad. It looks like a much bigger empire. This entire sector sucked. It's going to be a fight between us and them. I think that is pretty unavoidable. We'll go up to cruiser tech, start producing a military as best we can, and try to take a fight with the Phalanoids. They will have a serious amount of ships. Let's try to swing you boys up and around. Open border treaty has made navigation in this sector much easier. We're glad to hear that. We're going to keep one turning supply ships and hope that we're rolling over some stored goods, which we are. Getting a bit of stored goods out of this. And we should also have access to, after we get interstellar cabinet, to these 2 ships, which we would very much like to do. So we'll start angling in that direction. We have a strong suggestion for you. Our syndicates thrive on being able to trade technologies. We accept this alliance. Some of our people have decided to colonize world without our sanctions. We will find and return the ship to your peoples. Not a problem. Little boost to the relationships there. Okay, monsters. Leave my ship alone. Leave my ship in peace. Stored goods going up slowly. Slowly. Your flagship captain reports the discovery of a lost cargo container floating in space. The robotic servants module will get us a yours citizen. We don't want one of those, so we'll sell it. And there's our first bunch of gigamass coming in. Keep going. Pillage those planets. And we've met the Iconian Republic. Hello. Hello. Everything's finished building down here. Pollution is getting a little bit high. We're nowhere near our pop max anymore, so we can continue to grow. Tourism may be a good idea to try and bring in a little bit of extra income on this planet. We don't really have a great spot for it. We still want this tech capital. We're going to need 3 Prometheon. We should be able to afford that. Let's put it down, and we would like the tech capital, which gives +3 levels to research adjacency and also gets +3% per adjacency bonus, so we would like it somewhere with a nice big bonus. And it looks like a +6 is as good as it's gonna get. This does not receive any bonuses from research, but this does. So I think right there is probably the best spot. We'll go ahead and drop the tech capital, get that built up. So we continue to edge forward towards our goal. We should get there next turn if the aliens don't destroy us. One more supply ship, please. Our flagship captain encounters an awe-inspiring celestial phenomenon. +100 influence to all of our worlds. We take that. This should now be within our borders. Get this asteroid cluster up. They should be sending their resources here. You don't have to send these resources here, by the way. You can always redivert and send them to somewhere else. If we wanted to, we could send them to New Iconia, but New Iconia doesn't really need it. New Iconia is amazing. It's a lovely place. What are you doing up here? Alright, we'll just have to put off getting that for now until we actually have up some cruisers to go out there and sort it out. A Taurian terrorist named Uda Owl is hiding on your homeworld. We'll deliver him to you immediately. We don't care. That's so annoying. So very annoying. Alright, tech capital is finished. Huge bump to our science. I am thinking to take out this recruiting station, replace it with an atmospheric cleanser to bring down pollution by 20%. And that means that with 19% pollution, we can probably get in this Durantium processor, which will give some nice adjacency to this military tile. We throw it down right here. Boop. So this will be an extra 17 pollution, still lower than it was before, plus the extra minerals, plus an extra 28% to manufacturing. That'll all be really good. And then we could probably just aid research on this planet for a little bit, and I think we'll be good to go. In the meantime, supply ship me and supply ship me. This was once a defensive starbase configured to fire long-range missiles on any ship that came too close. We can upgrade or get +2. We'll start a mission to upgrade it. It will be a long time before we get dual stage detonations for an extra 10% missile attacks. But I think this one's going to go into some pretty late tech. You sons. Oh, there's like multiple big packs up here. Fair enough. Fair enough. We've heard rumors that the Phalanoids have built the Centurion Emporium Galactic achievement. Congratulations. There's battle cruiser doctrines. Now we would like something like improved life supports is pretty good. Interstellar cabinet is where we're going to go. Rebuild our flagship and start building up just some regular cruisers. We'll just go with whatever's pretty standard here for now. We won't mess around with our own designs just yet. Massive migration of strange space creatures. We will protect the creatures. Always protect the space whales. We have the Terran resistance coming in. They would love our battle cruiser doctrine. They're willing to give me subspace scanning, orbital mining, armored defense theory, Prometheon, open borders, antimatter, and credits. I think no. No, you can't have cruisers. Hard research it yourself. Not gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna give it to you. But I think that's where we're gonna end this second episode. Interstellar cabinets coming down the pipelines. That's going to give us access to these. Oh, we already have access to them. Whoopsies. We're going to swap away to improve life support, as that's going to give us some extra ship range, some extra logistics, which means we can have more cruisers in the fleet. We are going to start producing cruisers. And yeah, I think things are looking pretty good. Our planet's looking great. We've got some fairly good research going on here, some decent manufacturing, some really good military for this stage of the game. I think we should be able to do cruisers in a fairly respectable amount of time. We'll improve our manufacturing and research on this planet. The Durantium processor is going to help. The military adjacency is also going to boost the starport, which makes this number bigger. It'll all, like, a new Iconia is going to be really good. This planet will be able to do something for us at some point. Comparatively, it's not really that great. But it's all right. It's all right. We will secure this Ascension Crystal. Once we have some cruisers, we'll go out here and spank these monsters. And it's time we start gearing up for a war with the Phalanoids. We're going to want to grab as much of this region as possible before capturing their homeworld. We want to grab all of their military assets in the region, all of their mining operations. We want to grab everything, take over this entire sector for ourselves. And then from there, we'll be able to look for the Yor. We still haven't met them, but once we do, we will start making a beeline towards them or whoever has taken our homeworld away from them. So thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.